Right now the AC is running 1100 plus watts, and look at all that solar we're getting in, way more than we need, which means the batteries are just sitting at 100%.
Party!
Well, this morning we are gonna head the 20 miles north to Mono Lake, and the pictures of that look absolutely stunning and beautiful. It talks about tufas. Isn't that the same thing that the Trona Pinnacles are, is tufas? Or are those spires?
I'm not sure, but when I first saw my picture of Mono Lake, it reminded me of the Trona Pinnacles sitting in the middle of water. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same thing.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a similar thing for sure. So we're gonna check those out. It's only 20 minutes away. We took a rest day yesterday to get acclimated after a long travel day. And this little road out of here is tight. You can see how skinny this is, and it's like the truck is almost touching, so you can see why the RV got a few little scrapes as we went down this tiny road. So I've been trying to do a little bit of pruning just to kind of help with the overgrowth, but you can see how tight a lot of this is. So this is our very first time up on 395 like this far north, and it's really beautiful up here. It's like vast, open, mountain landscape, and in the summertime, like
it's clean and refreshing.
This is where you want to be.
This is so nice. I'm so glad we're here right now.
But it's kind of isolated, obviously. It's, you know, you got the Sierras, and so like it's a bit of a drive, I think, for a lot of the big city folks to come out. So it's really not that busy, but definitely, you know, probably busier in the summertime than in the winter, because I can only imagine how many feet of snow they get up here. We can see Mono Lake off in the distance, and it actually looks really big. You can see the island in the middle, and I'm kind of excited to check this little place out. $5 to pay and park. They had a nice little pit toilet, and they have a dumpster here, which is always nice for us when you're boondocking. Mono Lake. So I'm not sure how much walking you can kind of do around this lake, but it is super cool. I could imagine sunset and sunrise would be pretty amazing out here. I think sunrise would be on this side. Yeah, it looks like this goes directly down to the lake, so we might as well go down there and check it out.
Try to see how far we can get.
Yeah.
Does that also look like a trail over there? Oh, this is crazy. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. this is the end of the little boardwalk, and there's no signs about dogs, so good to go there, I guess. And it's pretty nice that they have this boardwalk because it gets kind of swampy.
It's really nice, isn't it? So clean.
Yeah, but just look at this. This is just, I don't know, it's so unique. I love seeing these like unique places like this. Well, that was, it's like a short little walk. Hopefully the $5 covers like parking at the visitor center or, you know, whatever. But, because there's not a whole ton of a lot to do down here, a couple short trails.
I think it'd be fun if you did come with like a picnic and you could sit at the table and hang out here for a little bit.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a fun little
It's a great
spot.
place to bring little kids and stuff too.
Mhm.
Family friendly.
Yeah, it's not too busy yet. It's just starting to heat up. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna go check out the visitor center and see what else is around the Mono Lake before maybe going to get an early lunch.
Yes.
There's the visitor center. Hopefully they're dog friendly. We're gonna park. Check it out. It's pretty cool in there.
I can't wait to see it.
It's even more cool out back. There's a nature trail,
Oh, nice.
and it's just a little short one we can take these guys on. It's beautiful. It's like walking out the back of the Grand Canyon Visitor Center, and like there's the rim of the Grand Canyon. It's similar to that with on a smaller scale.
So definitely worth popping up to this visitor center.
I think so.
All right, I'm gonna go check it out inside. They got to say hi to some doggies.
Actually says if you only have time for one stop, the South Tufa area I think is the most like picturesque of it, which is right here. We're up here at the visitor center, and that's where we were before. So there's one more stop that you can, but it's like a mile. A mile
Do you walk
hike.
there or park there?
I think you park and walk.
Fun.
Go this way, guys. Come on, come. Well, the visitors centers are always great spots to go, of course. They have so much information and they're just nice. Like it's beautiful around here just to like walk around. And
This has some really pretty landscaping with flowers and like sage bushes, and just walking around feels like you're going through this little secret garden.
yeah, what a great spot. We ran into a couple fans, which was a surprise, like, you know, in the middle of nowhere. So it was nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for saying hi. And we're thinking about going to a little cafe spot Chris found that is super dog friendly and looks really beautiful.
Yes, we found it on Bring Fido, which is the app we still use just for some extra help to see where people are dog friendly. And we've noticed little towns like this are generally more dog friendly than big cities. Like coming from Big Bear was super dog friendly.
Mm-hmm.
I think this one's pretty dog friendly, and we probably will just eat a little bit. I'm not super hungry, but trying to get out and experience and see the small little places and the small little cities along the way is a big goal of ours. So we're gonna do it.
So we just pick a table outside and then we order inside.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
I like that style. Nice
Hi
and
guys.
low-key.
Yeah, we'll go get a shady spot.
Are you guys so excited? It's just full of adventure today.
This little table.
So cute here, so beautiful. So beautiful.
Yeah, it might be part of the hotel next door. Maybe they share property.
Yeah, I don't know. I like seeing those girls smoking in the back. You see those girls?
Mm-hmm. Well, if this doesn't feel like vacation, I don't know what does.
It's just so splendid back here.
It really is nice. Huge shade trees.
Yeah, and like just nice grass and all the flowers. And the birds are chirping. And we don't get breakfast very often, so this is kind of special.
What are you thinking about getting?
I'm trying to peek at what they're getting over there. I actually read some reviews that the breakfast burrito is really, really good here, but I don't think I'm gonna get that. I maybe an omelet or maybe a breakfast sandwich. What are you gonna get?
I'm thinking an omelet.
Can't go wrong with an omelet, can you?
Nope.
And they come with those little potatoes on the side?
But the chicken fried steak sounds really good because it comes with a biscuit and gravy and potatoes.
I do love biscuits and gravy.
Do you want to split an omelet and the chicken fried steak?
Yeah. Let's do that.
So we don't have any mugs in our RVs in the years. We probably could now, but we never did before. And it's a special treat for us to drink
Coffee out of a mug is way different than coffee out of a tumbler.
Yeah.
Aluminum. Are they aluminum?
Stainless steel.
Stainless steel. Coffee in a real mug is a nice treat. Plus, we don't normally have cream in our coffee, so this feels extra fancy.
Yes, we usually have black, so this is a little treat. But you said they didn't have any lattes inside or anything, any coffee treats?
Yeah, no, I asked for latte. She said they didn't have them, but they do have regular coffee, so I said I'll take that.
I'll have that.
I'll take that.
Chris is off taking videos, and the stuff came out super quick. And it looks really good. Look at those mushrooms.
This is a gravy explosion.
It's a big breakfast.
It is a big breakfast. This is abnormal for us. Okay. I don't know what to do here. You want the omelet right here?
I'm not sure. Give me a second to figure it out. Well, they certainly do big portions here.
Yeah, I'm stuffed. That's it for me.
Couldn't eat it all.
I can't eat it all, but I am satisfied and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, very peaceful spot. What was this called? The Basin Cafe?
The Basin Cafe. It's really pretty.
Nice.
Do you want to go in the van?
Tioga Pass, 12 miles. So I didn't really realize how close Yosemite National Park was on the backside here. We just passed the Tioga Pass. I think it's 120. And it had a sign that said 11 miles to Yosemite. And national parks are kind of weird. Like you get to the border and then it's another half hour or
they're so big.
Longer to get to, anywhere. But that was pretty interesting to see. We almost stopped and turned around and just drove that way to see.
Do a little driving tour?
Yeah, see what was going on. But I was just checking the map, and yeah, I think it'd take a while to get to an actual place to see it. But we like Yosemite, and that could be in our future. Decided to take a quick detour to check out June Lake, which was only 2 miles away.
Look at the emerald colors down there.
It's beautiful.
got so excited I interrupted you. Oh, and there's a beach with people swimming. We could go swimming.
This would remind me of like Lake Tahoe or Crater Lake. Oh, that's
But much
so
smaller,
cool.
right? Look at those beaches.
Wow. I'm gonna have to check
wish
that
we had our
out.
swimming suits.
That's so cool.
Bug bird.
What a cool little town.
This is where everybody is. I wish we were on that water.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're gonna get out of this thing. It felt tight just turning the truck around. Wait.
Fun little trip out.
Definitely.
Battery is 100% charged.
Ah, and it's so early.
So I just put on the AC.
That is so amazing. Doesn't it feel nice to come home to this giant house?
It does. It's definitely tough to get it somewhere, or more challenging than a small travel trailer, but it really does have a great homey feeling, which was exactly what we were trying to do.
Exactly what we wanted. We were so ready for this. It feels really good to be here.
Yeah. So as soon as I turn on the air conditioning, the AC loads pop up close to 1,000 watts. And then the solar will continue to ramp up, because when the battery's at 100%, the solar shuts down naturally. And as it needs more, like when I put on a load, it'll pull more in. So pretty good deal. We're gonna be able to keep pretty good energy needs out here in the woods. Okay, one of the things I picked up on the Amazon locker that we just went to was a little amp meter. I have a voltmeter, but I didn't have one that I could clamp on to read the amps. And the reason I want to read the amps on these two inverters is because when I was installing them, I completely forgot to make my DC cables the same length between the two, because they're hooked up in parallel and they share equal load. So I knew I had to do it. We even talked about it the day before, and when I was making battery cables, I was just kind of rushing, and naturally you make them to length as short as possible most of the time, but when you're doing a parallel setup, they should both be the same as the long one. So I just want to show you the difference in the amperage reading between the two. So we'll just flip this on to the amp reading. We're gonna read this positive cable, 24.6. Now I'm gonna read the shorter inverter, 26.5. So we have about a 2 amp difference between the two. And there's more amps running through the shorter wire because there's less resistance. It's shorter, I'm not 100% sure. But I did pick up some extra cable to make them the same length. It was about a $50 mistake on my behalf. So that's something I have to do probably at the next stop. We're only here till Friday, a couple more days, and we're out exploring quite a bit the Mammoth Lakes area. Here's some of the light scratches. Some of that's dirt and dust, but there are light scratches on the RV. Light little scratches. Some here. How are the puppies doing? You watching mom out there? All right, I am still blown away. It's 5 hours after we got home, and we've been running the air conditioner pretty much the whole time. We're just running one on low auto, so it actually cycled on and off a few times. It's 80 degrees outside, pretty sunny, and 5 o'clock the sun is just starting to go down a little bit on our solar. So shut it off, and we're still at, you know, pretty much full power. It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
Are you enjoying your office view?
Oh my gosh. This, let me give you the full clear. First of all, I love these day shades.
Yeah.
And I don't think cameras ever do justice picking up mountains in the background.
No, they really don't.
They really don't, but these mountains are so amazing and like so much snow on them. And look at when the little breeze comes and I get to see all the greenery shake, and it's like, it's amazing.
New rig, boondocking, so far, really good.
Life is good. It's almost dinner time. Aaron's talking about doing laundry tomorrow. The chores are even fun in this, aren't they?
I don't know about that. And now that the weather outside is cooled off, we shut the air conditioner off. It's 5 o'clock. It's getting into the 70s. The sun's kind of going over the trees a little bit, and that's why we're in the mountains right now, to get that kind of cool overnights. And I have to say, I'm really loving the big sliding windows.
It's dinner time, and I'm excited to share what's on our menu. We haven't shared mealtime in a while, and I don't know if you've noticed, but we have this amazing kitchen that has reignited my pleasure for cooking, and I certainly love being in here. Have this massive fridge, 19 cubic foot, 12 volt, and it is Norcold. And I must admit, we do struggle with condensation a lot bit more with this fridge versus our Dometic. Had zero condensation, and this one has a bit. So,
I don't know if it's because it's like twice the size, or it works really well and it cools really well and it's pretty efficient, but I don't know what's up with the condensation.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, I've been talking about my paper towel tricks for years since the van. I'm sure my longtime followers are sick of hearing about it, but for the new followers, dry paper towel, airtight containers, these absorb the moisture, and it typically lasts a full week. Now with this fridge, I'm struggling to hit a week, but this really helps a ton. And throughout the week, I do go out and swap these out for fresh, dry ones, and I save these wet ones for using for actual cleaning, so they get double life in them. Tonight we're gonna do a salad. We have tons of veggies. We went out for quite a rich breakfast this morning, and we just want some chicken and a salad. And for the chicken, I'm gonna use my air fryer that I love, and we have power to burn according to Aaron, so I'm gonna make some crispy chicken thighs. These are skin on, bone in, and they are so juicy and delicious in the air fryer. We're both obsessed with them, but it is only something that you can make when you have power, whether you're plugged in or you have a robust system like we now do. So this will be about 28 minutes in the air fryer. While that's cooking, I'm gonna get the salads prepped, and also an update on our air fryer. I don't know if I shared this with you guys, but we got so many emails when the Casoris were on recall for people concerned that our RV was gonna burn down. We finally cut the cord and got it replaced. So this is the same size, right? It's still a 5.8?
Yeah, it's the exact same thing, just version 2, I think.
It's just a newer version. We still don't really use the Wi-Fi because I'm always like hands-on in here, but it is Wi-Fi, and it makes the best vegetables, proteins. That's what I use it for, and some flatbread pizzas on occasion. So I'm gonna whip up dinner. It's gonna be, this is a very typical dinner where I just see what we have in our fridge. So for the salad, I use lettuce. I like to always have carrots because these are good raw. They're great in the air fryer, and they're really good cut up into matchsticks into your salad, so you get a little bit of crunch. I like to put some pea pods sliced up in Aaron's for crunch. He really likes these. So for Aaron, I like to sneak in the pea pods, the carrots, And those are the only veg I put in his. And then I put goat cheese, balsamic vinegar, and a little bit of olive oil on Aaron's. For me, I like a little more veg, so I'll put some of that. I'll also do celery, red onion, cucumber, tomato. Like, I like the whole kitchen sink in mine. And then that's it. We'll probably do this chicken on the side because it's bone and skin on. And I am so excited. Let's get cooking.
Yay!
Anytime I'm handling raw meat, I get out my cutting board. This one is nice and stained from paprika because I use a lot of paprika. And then I use these parchment papers that are pre-cut for a baking sheet, but they fit my board perfectly. And this is super helpful while boondocking and when you're limited on water. I get out one glove, I put it on my left hand, just like Michael Jackson. I get out my kitchen shears. I use my kitchen shears all the time, so much. I have an old pair and a new pair. I think this is my new pair. Kitchen shears in the right hand. So the only thing I'm gonna be actually dirtying is my kitchen shears. I don't have to scrub a lot. If you're plugged in at an RV park, totally different. You don't need to use the glove or the parchment paper, but it's really, really nice to have to save resources. And then, so I do the prepared meat on here, I season it up, I get it in the air fryer, and then I just crinkle up this parchment paper, very, very, very little trash, very, very, very little cleanup, and it's just a breeze. For seasoning, I keep a very simple blend. I do salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, smoked paprika on both sides, and I just spritz it with a little bit of avocado oil just so that the seasoning creates a nice crust. And then I put it in the air fryer and I do, I want to say 14 minutes skin side down, and then I flip it and then I do another 14 minutes skin side up. Bada bing, bada boom, it's ready.